Hello everyone, this is Snake Eyes, and this is sort of a channel update. This is what I want to do in the future, what I'm doing now, and what I will be doing, I guess, for this channel and for the new channel that I'm making that's called Vow to Art. And if you're not interested in that, that's perfectly fine. This is a new sort of video for me that I've never done before, so if you don't want to watch this, you don't have to. If it's not your thing, I don't mind you skipping this. But basically everything moving forward will be, detailed a little bit in this video. But the main point being, these are my next steps for this channel and the future of what I want to do. Really, this is me kind of trying to set up my goals moving forward. And I'm making a new channel. It's going to be called Vow to Art. It's where I'll have all of my art stuff, my art discussions, my progress, my sketches, anything that comes to mind in the artistic realm that I can sort of speak my mind on. And it's called Vow to Art. My first video should be live by the time this goes up, and you can follow my art journey and my progress. I suppose the point of this video is to kind of just give you an update on exactly where my attention lies and everything that's going on with me right now. So let's just start. I'm Snake Eyes 111, and these are my next steps. So I believe actions speak louder than words, so I'm trying my best not to be some cringe new year, new me video. I just happen to be changing a lot in the past few months, and I would have made this video a month or two ago, but I just didn't have time to do it, and a lot of things have been changing in my life, and I want to make a lot of changes in my life. But now is the point where I've gotten the courage to map out my plans of exactly what I want and talk about the changes. It's sort of working up the courage just to commit. This is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm going to be doing, and this is how I'm going to arrange the key ideas and goals I have. I don't personally like these sort of update videos. I think they're a bit cringe. This is my first one, and I'll be honest, it's weird. I don't like talking about myself, and it's strange and a little uncomfortable with the idea that I really need to fully explain myself and elaborate on my future. But I think this will hold me accountable to my word and my plans. So if I just get up the courage to just get it out there, so I can stop thinking about my plans and begin to execute on everything. So with these sort of videos, I think it's silly because I could say any number of things in this video, but change my mind and forget to do it, or ultimately reverse any decisions I've made in terms of setting goals. So what I want to do is have this be my mission statement for my future and the next things I will end up sharing. I think it's a drastic enough change. I should be transparent and honest to set expectations straight moving into this next year. And I really just want to bring you into my headspace with this video and share with you exactly what I'm thinking about in terms of the future. So my first step into a new direction for my life and what I want to be creating is my first step, which is breaking the silence. So first, I want to discuss what my plan is moving forward by going through the steps I'm going to take. And the first step is that I no longer want to be a silent creator. I don't want to be quiet anymore. I think too long I have let my art speak for itself. And I need to speak my mind on certain things to really feel a sense of understanding with what I do. And in terms of my creative output, I think it's useful to speak my mind, and it's something I don't do. I'm not on social media. I don't do that sort of thing. And if I can do this here on YouTube, where I can record my voice and I can show off my artwork and I can show off what I'm building, I think that'll be a much more positive way to express myself than it would be otherwise. I've realized in time, and in order to progress and to achieve my ideal future and my goals, I need to express myself better. It's an area I really lack. I don't give myself any opportunities to talk because the work has always come first and been priority over everything else. That's not the only reason I don't talk much, but it's a major one. But the point is the same. I'm going to try and continually improve at breaking the silence and speaking my mind about things. This is my time to branch out and try new things and create new things, show my development and progression on this channel and my new channel. I'm going to try and find my voice. I want to talk about my artwork, how I view the world, topics I find fascinating, explore the more philosophical ideas I find myself asking. Perhaps videos about the meaning of art and the way I view the world, and how films and video games evolve as a new medium, and more abstract discussions, or something about critiques or philosophy, anything like that really drives my curiosity and creativity and helps push me forward. More importantly, I want to produce thoughtful discussions. That's what the new channel will be for. This channel here will remain my gaming creation space. I was tempted to just have a new direction and start posting my artwork here and rebrand Snake Eyes 111 into more of my personality and who I am rather than just gaming. But with a new channel, I can start fresh. Start fresh with my artwork, start fresh with everything that has to do with my thinking and my creative process. And that's exactly what I need right now. So if you have any worries about this space changing, really, I don't think it's going to. Snake Eyes 111, my gaming channel or whatever, will remain focused on what I do best. And that's not going to change. But I will be breaking the long silence I've had. I've taken vows of silence throughout my life. It's sort of like a way to practice and use silence as a form of power and self-control. Silence is, the way I view it, is essential to living a meaningful life and in determining who we are. These vows help me understand the world in a new way. To me, the act of taking a vow of silence meant I could focus on mental clarity, understanding the deeper ideas, and meditating and evolving from reflection and thinking about ideas. Part of the silence is to use it to meditate and evolve from, but it's also helped me keep a part of myself that was at peace, and I could keep my mind at peace. These racing thoughts I might have had can be completely quelled by silent reflection. I've realized over time that silence shapes you, but only words can express your inner self. And that's why I need to speak more. That's why this new channel is called Vow to Art. It's a promise to myself to continue creating and striving for greatness in all aspects of life, and especially art. It's a vow towards my art. Art is ultimately expression, and that's exactly what I want to keep doing. Talking. I want to express myself. The thing that drives my very being towards purpose is the perfect way to begin breaking the silence I've imposed on myself for so long. Art is something that's really important to me, and I've not really done any for a long time. So my second step in this idea is actually just, in general, getting back into art. It's going to be my deviation from the usual of what I do into making art a serious step and a serious purpose in my life. So art is a sort of creative expression that I can use. This channel is a creative expression. So I left the art industry many years ago, and I believed it was something that was right and something that was necessary for me at the time. My next step, my second step, is to explore the art world further. I'm going to draw more consistently for the first time in many years as a way to hold myself accountable and improve. And I want to share my art journey. And that sounds kind of gay, but there's really no other way to say it. It's my reignition. I want to share my progress starting now. I want to share my progress, my sketches, my ideas, my drive, my passion, and I'm going to share that with my June channel. This is part of breaking the silence on my work. That will help me think about the way I observe art and create it. I want to speak about how I view things, and ultimately the thoughts I've never fully had the opportunity to articulate before. This is ultimately to improve my way of life and the path I want to be on in the future. I have a few long-term goals in the distant future that require art being at a much better quality than I'm producing right now. And I'm not producing much right now at all. So, there are many reasons why I left art, now why I'm coming back, which is something I will talk about in the future. The important part now is that art is going to be a focus for me moving forward. What is entirely new for me is sharing my artwork. I've kept most of my artwork hidden from society, with only a few pieces that I've seen from a small number of people. I'm a person who submitted anonymous artwork to galleries or museums, and in a strange way, I don't want recognition or praise. I want to watch silently from the distance and observe. So this is all new to me, playing an active role in discussing and sharing my artwork, which is really different from what I'm used to. I understand what I'm doing with Fallout 4 Settlements is, in a way, similar, but I feel like when you create something like your art, and when I'm getting back into it, I think it's new to me in the sense that I haven't talked about Fallout 4 Settlements quite a lot. I've usually just been focused on them, the settlements themselves, the work that I do. I haven't shared them on Instagram and all that stuff. This is new to me. So YouTube is a way to do that I understand and that I can coalesce with and utilize in the future that will help me. Because ultimately, I think this new channel will be exploring the connection between art expression and the ideas. And it will essentially become a log of my own progress towards the future and what I think and what I want to do. So, that moves us to our third step. My third step towards what this channel is going to do, what Snake Eyes 111 is going to do. And beyond talking more in my videos, maybe a little bit more, and doing some of the art stuff on my other channel, some of the most important parts that make this channel special is Fallout 4. And I'm not going to stop that. I want to expand and create more than just a few good Fallout 4 videos, but many very excellent Fallout 4 videos. And maybe some other games if I come up with something worthwhile to deviate. So, that could be Settlements, maybe some, Fallout 4 mods about guns, and Starfield, and, anything that really captures my interest about games. And then, of course, I have the goal of creating my own mod. These are my sort of key points. The three pillars that I want to do in the future is Settlements, maybe some sort of weapon mod reviews, and creating my own mod. So let's discuss Settlements. I want to make new settlements, bigger and better, and more of them. The great journey of making a settlement at every location in the game is something that I want to do. I'm not going to sacrifice quality for quantity, but I'm going to try new things and speed up my process a bit and be a bit more disciplined than I have been in the past, because I've been quite lazy despite the appearance that I'm putting all of myself into my artwork, and my settlements, which I am, but I've been kind of lazy in the past few months, and I've been sort of recovering from the other settlements I've made, because honestly, they take a lot out of me. So I'm going to try to find a healthier way to deal with that than the way I've been doing. So that may be meaning that they are a little bit smaller, or they have a little bit less detail, or they are in some way different to what I usually do, I guess. I don't know how that'll look. I imagine they'll be pretty similar to what I've been doing for the past 5 years, so I don't imagine much deviation. But yes, new settlements. I'm going to try new things, speed up my process a bit, try to be more disciplined. If you have any suggestions for settlements, I'll be compiling a list of ideas for new settlements, and I'll be happy to include your ideas as well. If you have any suggestions, I would love to try some new things. So, speaking on Starfield ships, honestly, I'm not moving away from them. I just haven't touched Starfield in a while, and I just haven't really had the passion or drive to really care about making some Starfield ships. I think it's fun, but ultimately I think it's a little bit old for me right now. So I want to try going back into Fallout 4 and making more settlements, and that's just my focus right now. I have a few ships that I've already built that I need to record and post a video for, so Starfield ships are not something I'm like quitting. It's still part there. I'm just not doing it. It's not going to be like a weekly thing or anything. It's just going to be like something that I can and do when I have some downtime that I'm not working or I don't want to work on Fallout 4 or whatever else I'm doing. So that brings us to guns. Guns are a new thing I want to try. I'm passionate about guns, which is something I don't typically talk about. So I think it would be fun to explore my version of a mod showcase or a review with some weapon mods in Fallout 4. Of course, with my own stylistic flair, it's not going to be filler content like many other weekly modding showcases are already doing. It's going to be unique to me, and I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with it once I get around to it. It's not going to be my primary focus, but something fun I can work on. Similar to Starfield ships. Maybe not as often as my primary focus of Fallout 4, but ultimately I want this to be my creative space for games, not just Fallout 4. I like many other games, and I hope you can understand that change. I'm not going to be doing Let's Plays of Mass Effect or anything. I'm very particular about what I do and how I present it. So expect it to be in line or similar with what I've been doing, but at least deviating a little bit so it doesn't feel like I don't want to be known as the only Fallout 4 settlement guy or the only Starfield ship guy. I want to be known for many different things, and I can't just do the same thing. That's just not how I operate. I can't do the same thing over and over and over again. I don't know how people do that. I need some deviation from what I've been doing for the past 5 years at this point since my first video on Fallout 4. So the next big one, I'm gonna start making my own mod. Obviously, it's going to be a bit of a longer process, and I won't be done for a while. But I've started with the steps I want to do and the next things I want to do. So obviously I'm really into settlements, so I want to create some sort of settlement object mod. This is going to force me to step into Blender and share my progress there eventually. So far my idea is to start learning Blender alongside my artwork on my art channel, then make the many items I want, all custom designs, textures, everything that I would do to create a prop in Blender, and then put them in Fallout 4 as new items to place. I can show you my progress and share some of my designs in that effort, but first, before I can really start that, I need to start walking before I can run again and learn a new medium, because I really just need to start getting back into art. And before I can start learning a whole new medium like 3D, I need to just, take it at a slow pace and understand the primary concepts of art that I started with and that I'm working on right now. So, more settlements, more Fallout 4, more videos, and my long-term goal of making my own mod, and my new channel. These are all things that I really need to start working on, and that I'm going to start working on, but I'm just letting you know this is the things that I want to do. These are the things that I'm doing now, behind the scenes, and these are the things that I want to be working towards and that are a serious focus for me. So, the final step. I suppose this is my plan for the future. I'm really the only one that can hold myself accountable with these goals, but this is a much clearer vision for what I want to make, and it took me a while to get to this point, but I think this is it. This is what I'm going to be doing moving forward. So before I leave you, I want to come out and say exactly what my intentions are on this channel and on YouTube and in general. I'm not going to be a content creator. I don't want to ever be that sort of thing. I am not going to get caught up in the downward spiral of society and the art industry and drag myself or my artwork down along with it, or do what everyone else is doing. I don't enjoy the sort of content that is now promoted on YouTube, and I don't like it at all. So everything I make in the future will be because of my desire to share my passion and my creativity. I'm not a content creator. I'm not an influencer or a tutorial guy. I don't create guides. I don't create these videos that everybody else is doing. I feel like I want to do my own thing. And I think the point of what I'm trying to say right now is that I'm not going to make things just for the sake of making things. I'm a very creative person, and I want to create because of my vision in my head, not because I didn't put out a video this week. I'm never going to adopt that sort of mentality. So, moving forward, my YouTube channel, my other YouTube channel, it's not going to be content. It's going to be sharing my work, sharing my artwork. That's how I view everything, and that's how it will continue to be going forward. I do not create things for views or attention or money. Those are nice things to have, but I'm not going to sacrifice who I am and what I want to make for that. I'm not here to be liked by everyone. I don't need attention or validation. That's not who I am. I just want to share my work. I think I've said this before, but this is my motto at this point. I want to make cool shit and share it with the world. That has always been my philosophy, and hopefully it will continue to stay that way for a very long time. I suppose I can talk about this is my future. I think part of improving is changing. This is a new direction for me, a drastic change to the way I live my life and the things that I make my priority. I want to share my journey here on YouTube. I don't know how exactly everything will look in the future, but hopefully you can understand and be informed with the kinds of videos I'm going to be creating and where my attention will lie in the future. In a way, there's just going to be more of these internet videos in the future of me if you are interested in that and interested in me talking about art or these other things. I'm just going to be creating more of things that involve the things I'm interested in. And that's really just the direction I'm moving in. So that's the only thing that's really changing, I guess. More of stuff that I want to make on the internet. And that's what this video is announcing. So these are the next steps. I need to better myself and create more for whatever this YouTube thing is. This is a brand new direction for my life, for this channel, and for the stuff I make. It's adopting a new mentality, and I hope this video will give you some insight for what I want to do in the future. I'm not going to have a real schedule. I'm going to move with the wind and see where it takes me. And I suppose that's it. That's really all I wanted to say. If you're interested in my other channel, you are welcome to join me. If not, that's fine. I'll have a lot of things I'll be talking about in the future, and a lot of things I'll be doing more of in the future. These are my next steps, and thank you for watching. Of course, if you have any questions about anything I'm going to be doing moving forward, I will be happy to answer those questions.